Thanks for joining St. George News at 8. I'm Scott Beadle. Bryan Head residents began trickling back into their homes Friday and Saturday after an 11-day evacuation displaced over 1,500 people. The Bryan Head fire has reached 60% containment. It stands at over 60,000 acres, or about 94 square miles. 50 crews of over 1,800 personnel have been working to battle the blaze. The evacuation order for Bryan Head and Dry Lakes has been lifted. Residents and visitors will need to travel by Highway 14 through Cedar Breaks National Monument, however. Parowan Canyon remains closed. Authorities will continue to monitor the perimeter of the fire for flare-ups. A complete list of closures still in effect can be found on stgeorgenews.com. And evacuees can contact the Red Cross for assistance. The Wildland Fire Prevention and Education Team is sending out a reminder to residents to take precautions when shooting firearms. Shooting-related incidents continue to be a prominent cause of wildfires in the state. Recreational shooters and hunters can take a few simple steps, though, to do their part. Choose a safe location to shoot that is free of rocks and dry vegetation. The use of steel-tipped and steel core ammunition magnifies the chances of starting a fire. Federally administered public lands have year-round restrictions which prohibit the use of certain types of ammunition and targets. In particular, the use of tracer and incendiary ammunition is not permitted, nor is the use of exploding targets. Adherence to these restrictions can make a significant impact on Utah's wildfire occurrences. 2 children smelled smoke in a home before the fire alarm sounded, and the kids did exactly what they're supposed to, called 911. Rick Wayman has the story.
At about 8:40 on Monday morning, St. George Fire Department was called to a home at the corner of 300 West and 200 North. Captain Dan Cazier has the details.
Yeah, the fire originated in the laundry room. The only other damage throughout the rest of the home was smoke damage. The fire was contained to the laundry rooms. We were told that there was nobody inside the home. Made entry, put the fire out quickly, and just did our regular operations to search for people and animals and things like that. There was 2 dogs in the home. We got them both out. It was reported that one of the children of the homeowner called the fire in. Yes, fortunately, the home had smoke detectors and the kids heard them. The estimated cost of damage is still under investigation at this time.
The kids were doing laundry. I left for work at 8 o'clock in the morning. My son called me and said the laundry room was on fire, so I came back home and yeah, getting a new laundry room, I guess. But my dogs are okay and my kids are okay, and that's what's most important.
The fire was confined to the laundry room and attic with smoke damage to the rest of the house. Rick Wayman reporting, St. George News at 8.
South Jordan authorities are asking the public for any information about a suspect in a robbery Friday. Around 11 a.m., a man entered the South Jordan branch of American First Credit Union and demanded cash from a teller, then left. The suspect is a white man. He was wearing a black and gray Fox baseball hat with a black bandana over his face. He also had a heavy gray jacket, blue jeans, and dark-colored tennis shoes with white soles. The suspect never presented a weapon inside the bank, but a witness said they saw him with a gun in the parking lot. The vehicle used by the suspect was found not far from the bank. It had been stolen out of West Valley City early Friday morning. Anyone with information should contact the police department at 801-840-4000 or call 911. Police warned to not approach the man as he could be armed and dangerous. President Trump is gearing up for a busy week overseas. This week, the president will head to Poland, where he'll deliver a speech in Warsaw before heading to the G20 summit in Germany. Janae Norman has the latest from Washington.
In the midst of controversy over some of his tweets being, quote, beneath the office, President Donald Trump will soon be back on the world stage representing the United States, making calls this morning to the leaders of France, Italy, and Germany's Chancellor Angela Merkel. Chancellor Merkel, speaking at a joint news conference, was asked about the president's latest move sparking backlash. The video showing him body slamming a man with CNN's logo imposed over his face. In German, saying, quote, concerning the American President Donald Trump, I continue to be against violent demonstrations of any kind. Both leaders are preparing for the upcoming Group of 20 summit in Hamburg, Germany. While there, President Trump is set to meet face-to-face with Russian President Vladimir Vladimir Putin, as Russia's hacking of Democrats in the election continues to dominate news in Washington and has repeatedly been labeled a hoax by Trump. It remains to be seen what the two leaders will discuss.
I would say that if there's an opportunity, the president would recognize that we have an extremely low point relationship based on distrust right now.
The last time Trump met with Russian officials was the day after he fired former FBI Director James Comey. Captured in pictures from Russian media laughing in the Oval Office while the American press were kept out. Tom Bossert, the White House Homeland Security and Counterterrorism Advisor.
He should also take opportunities to partner with them in ways that help us defeat ISIS and prevent the Syrians from using chemical weapons.
Chief Meteorologist Chris Summers has your Southern Utah forecast right after this.
The weather tonight is brought to you by AWI Networks, smarter internet.
And welcome back, everyone. A happy Monday to you. Seeing temperatures once again staying close to triple digits. Our record high today was at 114. Of course, nowhere near that here in St. George, but I do think we did make it to 100 degrees. Now, our almanac does say 99, but as of last hour, I believe we have made it to 100 degrees here in St. George, right where we should be this time of year. Our normal high is at 100 degrees as well. Morning low 71. Again, no precipitation past 24 hours, but there is a hint that we could see a little bit of rain come into the area by the end of the work week, maybe into the weekend. Still a few days away, but something to look forward to definitely as we head to about Friday or Saturday. Now, if you have any photos you want to send to us, we'd like to see your fireworks photos. If you see any of those beautiful displays going on around St. George, please send those to us. You can send them to us at kcsg.com or look for us on Facebook or Twitter at the hashtag KCSG_TV. We'd love to showcase them here on the news at 8. Now, high temperatures again across our area today, really in the 90s to 100 degree range across the majority of our region. 91 degrees are high in Cedar City, 101 in Hurricane, 107 Mesquite, and 106 in Las Vegas late this afternoon. Now, for tonight, we fall back into the mid-50s in Cedar City. Again, lots of clear skies. Southeast winds about 5 miles per hour. St. George and Mesquite and Hurricane, low 70s. With those east winds or northeast winds continuing at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, for our July 4th holiday, Cedar City, highs get back into the mid-90s. Yeah, we'll go for a high of about 96 degrees. Lots of sunshine out there, dry and very hot conditions continuing. West winds about 10 miles per hour. Looks like some great weather for those holiday displays, but also got to be careful with that too, because of course we're very dry. So any fireworks that do go off are going to be a very big danger to our fire hazards here across parts of southern Utah. Again, we'll see those temperatures in St. George make 105 for our July 4th holiday. West-southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Really more of the same here for the next several days, but again, we do have that hint of some rain, at least some chances of rain coming back to our area by the end of the work week, at least slight chances right now, but I think we'll take any rain we can get, and maybe by Friday or into the weekend, may see some of those chances back in our forecast. But here's what it looks like on July 4th. Again, just a lot of red on our map, showing temperatures in the 110 degree range down to our south through parts of Arizona and even southern parts of California. The heat continues, the dry weather continues too, and that looks like it will continue as we head into the middle part of our work week. Here's your high temperatures expected across Cedar City and Enterprise. Mid-90s expected, mostly sunny skies and very warm. As you get to St. George and southern Utah, yeah, triple digits once again, 105, maybe 104 in Hurricane, 109 in Mesquite. And your 7-day forecast for Cedar City does show clouds, maybe a few clouds from time to time. Otherwise, temperatures staying very close to upper 90s, I should say, through the weekend. And by early next week, could get back into the mid-90s in most areas. And again, a possible thunderstorm chance around Cedar City next Monday. Your 7-day forecast, though, for St. George and southern Utah, yeah, a little bit of rain on the 7-day forecast on Sunday. Could be seeing a few showers around, hopefully, but temperatures aren't going to really cool off too much. Still seeing those triple-digit temperatures here the next several days.
All right, thanks, Chris. You've heard the expression when pigs fly, but how about flying cows? We'll show you one after this. A cow from northern Italy saw her pasture as never before Friday after taking a flight dangling from a rope from an Italian fire brigade helicopter. The stoic-looking bovine had fallen into a canyon in the mountains near Verona and was unable to get out. The Italian Fire Brigade intervened, hoisting the 1,500-pound heifer by straps before setting her down near her stall. Quite the flight. Thanks for watching.
We hope you have a great night.